Merry Christmas!
Merry Christmas Eve!
Merry Christmas Eve! Hello, everybody.
Hi.
Welcome.
Oh, right.
I think I just choked on chocolate because I was just eating a little bit of a cake that I made. So, welcome to the last live stream of the 12 Days of Christmas.
The last one of the... Yes. But maybe we'll make some live streams next year.
Yeah, of course. We'll do live streams next year. But this is the last one of our 12 Days of Christmas.
Hello, Matthew.
Hello, Matthew. Happy Christmas.
Matthew
Thank you
S.
for joining.
What does S stand for?
I don't know.
Santa?
Hello, Salote.
Does it stand for Salote? Hello there. Today... oh, you're coughing again. Thank you very much, Carlos. Merry Christmas. Greetings from Brazil. Brazil. Very exciting.
So this is Christmas.
Very Christmas to both of you. Thank you very much. Today we thought we would have a look at... Well, what are we doing, Laura?
We're going to be talking about a typical British Christmas. And we want to learn from you guys as well what Christmas is like in your country. So a lot of people are very interested in Britain and what happens in Britain. So we thought we would tell you about our Christmas traditions and what real people do at Christmas. Because I sometimes see traditions on like a video or something and I'll think, no one does that.
Like what?
I saw one and it said that British people write a letter to Santa and then burn it on the fire.
No, I've heard this and I seem to remember a film or a cartoon, or maybe even I did it myself where I've done that.
Really?
Yeah.
Do you think that used to be a tradition, but because of the Americanization of the world, now children do the American thing where it's like you write a letter to Santa and send it off?
Yeah, probably.
Because I don't know a single child that burns it on the fire. So some things that you can see online aren't correct, really. So we're going to tell you how people really celebrate Christmas. Hello,
and also,
Teddy
if you have any
Zhang.
questions for us, let us know, and we'll try and answer as many questions as we can.
Yes, we'll also be answering your English questions today as well. So let's see who's here. We've got Mara Lagones. Hello, Mohammed Kadanka. Hi, Bernard. Hi, Teddy.
New Six again.
Someone called Hamza. Love the name Hamza. We've got New. New has been on all of these. Well done, New.
You've completed it.
Hi, Farid from Algeria. Hi, Jiten. Hello, Facundo from Argentina. Hello, Abnormally Normal.
You know what, Abnormally Normal? You're saying burning letters sounds like Vernon Dursley. Maybe that's what I'm thinking of. Maybe that's where I've seen it. Maybe that is genuinely where. What's it called again? We talked about this before. I called it Shakespeare memory.
Oh, Mandela effect.
Mandela effect. So the Mandela effect. I don't know why it's called the Mandela effect.
I know why.
Go on.
Because...
Well, explain what it is.
So, the Mandela effect, if you've heard of it, it's this sensation where you are sure that you remember something in one way, but then you look at it again and you realise it's completely different, so you've remembered it wrong. And it comes from something to do with when Nelson Mandela was released, loads of people swear that he said something specific, but actually he didn't. It's something to do with that. It's named after Nelson Mandela. So everyone believes that a certain thing happened, but something
Or even
different
just something
happened.
like this, where people ask, like, which Looney Tunes logo is correct? And it's got Looney Tunes with double O and Looney Tunes with a UN.
Everyone would say that it's that one, right? Everyone would go Looney Tunes, but it's not. It's, oh dear.
It's gone. Well, yeah.
It's that one.
It's the second one. It's weird. It's just like weird things that you remember. So yes, maybe I am thinking of that.
Isn't that crazy?
Yes, Hamza says speaking British is my dream. We can't really speak British, Hamza. We would say speak English. Maybe you're thinking of British English.
A British accent,
British
maybe?
accent. Absolutely.
So
yes.
shall we talk about a British Christmas? So we're going to start on Christmas Eve, and then we're going to do all the way till Boxing Day.
Now, so while we're talking about Christmas Eve, you write to us, tell us what your Christmas Eve traditions are.
Yeah.
It doesn't have to be just what's in your country. It could be what you and your family do.
Yeah. So what do you do on the 24th of December? In Britain, I would say traditionally this is a time to go to midnight mass if you are religious. Definitely in the past, even if you weren't religious, everyone would go to church at midnight to have a midnight mass.
Would they?
Yeah. So that's one tradition on Christmas Eve. We don't open presents on Christmas Eve. I know a lot of countries open presents on Christmas Eve. We don't. We save them. Maybe a child might be allowed to open one special present on Christmas Eve, but that's pretty much it.
Yeah, that's the only thing. I've heard some families get a new set of pajamas on Christmas
That's
Eve.
become a bit of a British tradition. Like, people love to get a new set of pajamas on Christmas Eve.
And then they all sleep in their pajamas and wake up in the morning in their
with new
matching pajamas.
A lot of families do that.
That's quite American as well, I'm imagining.
What do you guys do? What do you guys do on the 24th of December? Let me know. Are some of you from countries where today is the special day? Because I know in a lot of countries, the 24th is the day. So if you are, thanks for joining us here.
Yeah.
Salote says, in Fiji, we usually sing Christmas songs around the house. Okay. We usually sing Christmas songs from house to house, carrying candles with us. That's lovely.
That's nice.
I love that. I love caroling. It's lovely. Caroling is a thing in the UK, but I'd say it's very rare that someone would come to your door and carol.
In a movie, in a film, in a Christmas film,
Yeah.
that happens a lot. They'll go, oh, the Christmas carols, and they go, it's like knock, knock, knock on the door. God rest you merry gentlemen.
Doesn't really happen.
It doesn't
anymore.
really happen anymore, which is a shame.
It's a shame.
Which is a shame. Yes.
But my family, when I was growing up, I come from a very musical family. When I was growing up, my mum would sit at the piano and she would play, and me, my brothers and my dad would sing carols in harmony. So I'd be like, so my mum would be like, silent, and I'm like, silent night. So like we're in parts.
Yeah.
So it was very
nice.
over the top.
I know some people who just watch a film on Christmas Eve, the same film every year. Absolutely. Herbert, I think we commented on one of our comments before about this. A male voice artist, aged 20 to 30, to follow for British accents.
Yeah, Herbert, you asked that on a video, I think. You asked for who are good young male RP accents to listen to. And I think we said Taron Egerton.
What's his name? Henry Cavill.
And Tom Holland. Although
Tom Holland's a bit more
he's
London,
gone a
isn't
bit more American, yeah.
Is he?
A bit.
American, London, okay.
But Taron Egerton's good. I like Taron
Egerton's
Egerton.
nice.
That's a good one. Or who else is a good 20 to 30?
Anybody here in the
RP?
chat, tell us what do you listen to certain people that help you with your RP accent? Let us know. Mara says here, my own, it's always watch the Grinch. So yeah, you watch the Grinch on Christmas Eve.
Daniel
Classic.
Radcliffe is another good RP, isn't he? He's RP.
Most of the Harry Potter cast.
Yeah,
to be
Harry
honest.
Potter cast.
Most of
the
Harry Potter.
kids. Tom
Yeah.
Felton, people like that.
Tom
are
Felton,
good.
yeah, that's nice.
Yeah.
So
So let's talk about Christmas
I've
Day.
just got in Switzerland. Some families celebrate Christmas on the 24th and others on the 25th. It's a bit of a debate actually, but most people celebrate on the 25th. I think interesting.
You get the choice. Love
I
that.
remember when I was little, people sold Christmas apples on Christmas Eve. $1 for 2 apples. But in general, the Chinese don't celebrate. Yes.
No, yeah, New Year is your big deal, isn't it? In China, New Year is the thing. That's
in Japan,
the
Christmas
big
is
one.
for couples rather for families this nowadays.
Oh.
Interesting.
I heard in Japan on Christmas you eat KFC.
Interesting.
That's
Really?
what I heard. Tell me if I'm wrong. I heard that.
I was talking to somebody from the Czech Republic, I believe, and they said that a few days before Christmas Eve, maybe 3 days before Christmas Eve, they buy a live fish, like a trout, I believe. Somebody tell me if they're from the Czech Republic. They buy a fresh trout and they leave it alive in their bath until Christmas Eve. And then on
Wow.
Christmas Eve, they kill the fish and then they eat it.
Amazing. Suresh says, it would be a Christmas gift for me if you guys can tell me how I can practice my speaking on my own at home. Okay, I'm going to give you 2 exercises. The first one is, I want you to find a silent movie on YouTube, like Charlie Chaplin or something, and I want you to watch about 30 seconds of it and then say out loud the story you just watched. If you can record yourself on your phone, even better. Keep doing that till
Charlie
you've done the
Chaplin, Mr.
whole
Bean.
video, Mr. Bean, and that is a great way to challenge your speaking ability because you are describing something you see in front of you. Another good one on your own is to go onto if you type in like random topic generator on Google, random topic generator, click the button and it might say something like vegetables, right? You have to try to speak for at least a minute about those vegetables. And again, record yourself and listen back. See if you can be your own teacher. Can you listen back and think, oh, I shouldn't have said that. That doesn't sound right. Could I have said a different word here? I struggled here. Why did I struggle?
My favourite part when I teach people is when they get to a level where they start to correct themselves. It kind of makes my job a lot easier. Somebody will say something like, I have a good time yesterday. Oh, I had a good time yesterday. And they start to correct themselves, and that's really good. If you can be your own teacher, then fantastic.
Herbert has a great question. Why should I follow a person's accent who's of my age? Brilliant question. Because if you follow David Attenborough, right, you will sound weird. Because
imagine an 18-year-old has been watching David Attenborough for the last year, and then you say, "Hi, how are you?" "I'm fine, thank you."
Yeah, because it's
I'm
very
well.
hard. It's unless you're a trained accent coach, it's very hard to listen to an accent and just hear the accent. We always hear people's inflections, people's way of speaking.
Yeah, it's like what time's this class starting? In 5 minutes.
Yeah, and you will start to listen to how an old man speaks, and he speaks that way because he's from the 30s, the 40s. So we spoke completely differently back then. So you need to have, and the world changes so quickly that if you want to sound native, natural, and if you want the voice that comes out of your mouth to be something that we expect, then it's really the best thing to find someone who's your age.
Yeah, it's always interesting when we have a class with someone and they've practiced a British accent. You start the class and you can just tell, okay, what was your influence for your accent? Oh, Stephen Fry.
Yeah.
And it's like, okay, that's fine.
And it just sounds odd is the only reason.
Yeah.
Okay, let's talk about Christmas Day. So the 25th of December in the UK. Let's talk about the morning. I would say most families... Now, again, can I just say... In the UK, we are very multi-faith. So we have Jewish people celebrating Hanukkah, we have Muslim people, we have Hindu people, Sikh people, we have all different religions. So not everybody in this country is celebrating Christmas. I'm just talking about the people in the UK who celebrate Christmas.
Yes.
So those families, I think they would wake up and the first things first, if you've got children... You are taking your stocking, your big sock full of presents. Yes, we've got a stocking. And you are opening these little gifts from Santa on your mum and dad's bed. That was my...
Is that what you did?
Yeah, I loved it.
I didn't really do that.
Now, this is my actual stocking from when I was a child. So I've had this since I was born. And I would...
Really?
Yes,
wow.
yes. I would wake up and inside the sock would be full of little presents, like a pencil or a notebook, little things. And then I would sit on my mum and dad's bed and open these. And that's the very first thing we would do.
Lovely.
I love that. That was
Lovely.
my favourite thing in the morning. And then a lot of families will go downstairs and have a really nice breakfast, like croissants, coffee, like pastries.
So there's a drink that grown-ups drink on Christmas morning, which is...
a Bucks Fizz.
Bucks Fizz, which is champagne.
Yes.
With orange juice?
Yes. Love a Bucks Fizz.
It's just orange juice, but just feels a little bit fancier, really. So yeah, what do you guys do on the morning of Christmas Day?
Teddy Zhang's got a great question. But if I follow someone of my age, it would be like, "Oi, you all right, mate?" It's rude. Not necessarily. That's why it's great to find the right person. Obviously, yeah, if you choose someone who's like, yeah, whatever, like that, you'll sound like that. But you can find people of your age who speak RP and they're very polite. You don't have to learn this.
Emma Watson.
Yeah, Emma Watson doesn't sound like that. Then, it's good.
Florence Pugh. Somebody says Holiday or Love Actually. So for me, I've only seen The Holiday a couple of times. I've seen Love Actually a lot. You don't like The Holiday.
I've seen The Holiday once. I did not like it. I've just only seen it once.
My favourite... yeah. My favourite is The Holiday. I think so. I think the Love Actually is long and... Yeah.
Love
I don't
Actually is not just one of my favourite Christmas films. It's one of my favourite films. It's
It's
amazing.
a great film. It is a great film, but I think The Holiday's
if you
better.
want to listen to some British accents, Love Actually is great.
Yes.
Love Actually is fantastic.
Kate Winslet, yes, yeah. Amazing. What do you next do throughout the day? Okay, so then so it depends. My
so we're talking
family,
about the 25th
I think
of
both
December.
of our families did this,
Yeah.
where we would open gifts that were from Santa in the morning.
Yes, so Santa presents, and these are different to stocking presents. They're both from Santa, but stocking would be for little presents, and then you go downstairs and you've got your bigger presents from Santa.
Yeah, I didn't really have a stocking.
Did you not?
No, I remember a couple of years, yes, but I think that was my main presents then.
Oh, right.
But anyway, we would go down. We would have our present opening session. Usually, the mum and dad have their Bucks Fizz on the sofa, just.
Or a cup of tea.
Oh, that's nice. Oh, lovely.
And that's for the kids to just open their presents and get very excited about it. And the mum or dad, it was my mum in our house, would be picking up the wrapping paper.
My mum would. There's always like a bin bag. You put the wrapping paper in the bin bag. That's a classic scene on Christmas Day, isn't it?
Abnormally Normal says, is making a Christmas tree from a real tree common, or do people choose a fake one made of plastic? Which is more common?
See, I don't know which one's more common now, because I can't tell if when you have a plastic one, people think, oh, that's a good idea, or that's the cheap idea. And people go, you want a real one. I don't know.
But you can get some really expensive plastic ones now. that
I've
look
always had a
amazing.
plastic one. I've never had a real one.
I prefer a plastic one. It's too much stress to get a real one, and then if you buy a plastic one, you have it then forever. So I'm a plastic tree girl.
Facundo here says, oh, here we go. Strike is a great TV series for learning English. Yes, we were at Laura's father's house last week and he was watching Strike on the television. He did fall asleep, but that's nothing to do with Strike. Watch it.
That's a good recommendation. Thank you, Facundo. Strike, the J.K. Rowling series
yeah.
on BBC. Okay, and then next on Christmas Day, so the children have opened their stockings. And then I would say when the children are opening their Santa presents, that's when mum and dad open their presents too. Would you say?
Yes, I would say
to each
so.
other.
Yeah, I would say so.
Then mum or dad, whoever is the cook in the house, goes into the kitchen and says, see you later, I've got some jobs to do. And that's when the preparations for Christmas dinner begins.
And I think
Can you talk us through Christmas dinner?
Christmas dinner. So, I got a text from my mum this morning who went to get she did not get a turkey, but most people get a turkey, which is the most common thing to eat at Christmas. So people eat a turkey. Now, it used to be a goose, is that right? But now it's a bit more turkey because of
I think it was more
because of
expensive.
Thanksgiving and stuff.
And I think we watched this on the telly. So I think turkeys were expensive meat in Victorian times. So Victorian people liked to have turkey because it was like, ooh, we've got turkey. So most of the British traditions for Christmas started in the Victorian era.
Yes, a lot of them. Yes.
And what else do we have on Christmas dinner?
So we
turkey?
so we have the turkey. Usually we put stuffing in the turkey, which is like the stuff that we put in the turkey. So at Christmas time, so a traditional Sunday dinner, we basically have this, but so it's like carrots, potatoes, broccoli, cauliflower.
Brussels sprouts.
Now, Brussels sprouts. People don't really have Brussels sprouts throughout the year, do they? Could you? If you wanted to.
Could do, yeah.
But most commonly, people have sprouts on Christmas Day, which are these little cabbages, basically. And then
Yorkshire puddings, which is pancake batter but made into
I
like
wouldn't have
this
Yorkshire
shape.
pudding on Christmas Day. I wouldn't. Have I? I don't think I have.
Any excuse for a Yorkshire pudding for me. But I think the most distinctive part of a UK Christmas dinner is a pig in blanket.
Oh yes,
Pigs in
which
blankets.
is like a little sausage wrapped in with bacon wrapped around it. It's very nice.
Double pork.
Most people, what are you? Some people, they leave their pigs in blankets until the end.
Because they are the best things. They're the best.
Oh, they
part
are
of it.
so nice. Oh my god.
So exciting. And cranberry sauce.
Cranberry sauce on the turkey. Yes. Maxim here says Santa or Father Christmas, both, Father Frost, I believe some people I was talking to somebody from Russia. They call it Father Frost in Russia.
We say both. We say Father Christmas and Santa Claus.
Yeah, Herbert here says, what if artists' audio isn't available over the internet? Then what should I do?
You'll have to find someone who's got lots of audio. If you're choosing someone to base your accent off, there are so many people to choose from. Choose someone who has got a lot of footage.
And if they have a lot of footage, then maybe they are probably the kind of accent that you are looking for.
Yeah,
if you're looking for somebody who was born in 1899 or something, then maybe not.
Do you guys make a special dish for Christmas? I would say most of the things we make we have them on a Sunday dinner anyway, but the one thing that I'm sure you've heard of, well, two things. Christmas pudding, mince pies. Now, can I say mince pies are not meat? So many people think that they're a meat pie. They're not. Mince pies are little, they've got pastry and they've got raisins and dried fruit.
I'll get a picture.
They're lovely. And I love those. And Christmas pudding is disgusting. I'm sure you've seen a Christmas pudding. It's shaped like that. It's gross. I hate it.
This is a mince pie.
Gross.
It's just kind of like this kind of thing here. Or like this. And I know what you mean. It looks like meat. It looks like but it's not. It's kind of raisins and things like that.
Can you find a picture of Christmas pudding?
Christmas pudding is in the... Is this a word? Because I've been teaching people this word. Iconography.
Yeah, maybe.
So this is a Christmas pudding.
It's disgusting. Look at it. Ugh. You know what's worse about it?
Traditionally, people used to put gifts inside the pudding, and then you'd eat it and find the gifts inside the pudding.
Can I just say, it's a boiled cake. Who has ever... It's boiled.
Wow.
Who has ever, in the entire history of the world, said, should we boil this cake? Gross. It's not delicious, Suresh. You're wrong. It's gross. It's awful. Any more questions about English? Is UK Church Christian? The Church of England is a Protestant church. Yes, Christian Protestant church. But we also have Catholic churches. We've got all sorts of churches and places of worship. Synagogues, mosques, all sorts.
How about making gingerbread houses?
That's not too common here, is it? People do it, but it's not...
I wouldn't be against making one, but no, it's not really common, I don't think. Jelly.
Mara says, in Argentina, we celebrate Christmas Eve and we go back to celebration at lunchtime to eat with family again. Love that. Sounds great. What's called that pudding originally from Yorkshire?
Yorkshire pudding.
It's great.
You go. It's not really a pudding, though. Well, it's not a pudding, is it? Yorkshire pudding.
Are American Christmas traditions derived from English ones? Some of them. Like a Christmas tree.
Christmas cracker.
You know who did the Christmas tree? Was
Queen Victoria's husband.
Yes.
Prince Albert.
So
I think they did have them before, but when he brought one into his house, and then everyone wanted a Christmas tree, and that's why people have Christmas trees.
We put stuff inside turkeys? How do we put inside coins? So
it's weird.
Yeah, we put things inside the Christmas pudding, so like a little coin inside the Christmas pudding.
I think people used to put one coin in, and whoever had the coin
good luck.
Was lucky or something like that. But people don't do that now.
So after when you're eating Christmas dinner, you will be pulling crackers. And if you saw our live stream, we did Christmas crackers.
There's jokes and hats and games and stuff.
And then after dinner, I would say it's time to watch the Queen, but this year it will be the King. So the monarch has... Well, it's always been the Queen. Well, on telly, it's always been the Queen. The Queen gives a royal address. It's about 10 minutes long, and she talks about the past year and wishes you a Merry Christmas.
Usually people say, oh, it's 3 o'clock. Oh, right, let's put the...
Yeah, quick, let's put her on.
And then people usually go, oh, is that it? Usually.
But this year it will be very interesting because it's the first from the King. So I think people will be more interested in it this year.
Now, then after Christmas dinner also, so most people have Christmas dinner at lunchtime, don't they? Like kind of...
Yeah,
some people have a Christmas dinner in the evening. But let's imagine 2 o'clock you have your Christmas dinner, 3 o'clock, Queen's speech, King's speech, whoever. Then... For me and you, we did this. We would open the gifts of friends and family. So not Santa. Santa is done.
Yeah.
Stockings done.
Yeah.
Then we opened the gifts from. For me, when I was growing up, it was my aunts and uncles and
We would call them tree presents because those presents would go under the tree.
Oh,
for
my
us.
Santa presents were under the tree.
Oh no! So when I was growing up, the presents under the tree were ones that we'd got from friends and family.
Yeah.
And then Santa presents were just on the sofa. Like
On the sofa?
you'd come downstairs and they'd just be
Oh, wow.
everywhere. So yeah, but yeah, same as you. We would open presents from friends and family after after dinner.
Herbert asks, Lawrence, sir, hello sir, can I go with J.K. Rowling series for improving my RP? By either Stephen Fry.
Oh, the audio books.
Yeah, it can. Yeah.
Like it's if you are able to just hear the accent sounds and not anything else, sure, go with Stephen Fry. But try not to take in his sort of a bit like this, like an old man, the sort of way he speaks, if that makes
Mohammed
sense.
asks, excuse me, I want to ask a question apart from Christmas. Of course. How much does it cost to study in the UK for MA students?
The standard rate is 9,250.
If you're from Britain, it's 9,000. When we were at university, there were people from like Norway and places like that. They had to pay a lot more. It was like 15,000.
MA is different, isn't it?
I think MA is the same.
It's a lot of money. It's about like
Yeah.
$8,000 probably. It's a lot of money. Okay, we need to finish off Christmas Day. So we watch the Queen. We open presents from other people, and then I think the rest of the day is just like
Now, yeah,
play
I'm going to
some
be honest.
games.
I think if you have if you have a family who love to play games and things, absolutely. For me, I think Christmas Day is kind of boring sometimes.
the last 5 hours of it. Yeah.
I think so because you can't go. I remember my friends used to live very close in a little village, and we couldn't go outside to play.
No.
We had to stay in with the family, and it was quite boring. Especially so when my mum was cooking. So we'd opened some Santa's presents. My mum was cooking. There was maybe 2 hours where
The rest of the day is do what you want.
Yeah,
Is,
usually there are some films on television.
A lot of families go for a walk. A lot of families go
Yeah.
for a Christmas walk. A lot of families will play some games, watch some Christmas films. And then Boxing Day, the day after, the 26th,
I prefer Boxing Day.
is the same. Boxing Day is football on the telly.
No, this is why I prefer Boxing Day because
Football.
In the UK, in other countries, all of the football kind of there's a winter break. So if there is no football over Christmas. In the UK, tradition to have like Boxing Day football. So there's always a football game on Boxing Day. So yeah, it feels like Christmas again because you have the leftovers, the remaining food from the day before. Usually, you have that again. You have another Christmas dinner usually, but there's football on, which is nice.
And when you were a kid, it was the day where you would just play with all your new toys. Boxing Day is the 26th of December.
So it's the day after tomorrow.
So,
Oh my gosh.
yeah, I remember Boxing Day when I was a kid was just play with my new toys, be around the house, eat some food, watch a Christmas film. Nice. And then that's it. So that is a typical, for us anyway, a typical British Christmas. There's not too many more traditions that you will see.
You might see mistletoe, but I've never seen mistletoe. Real mistletoe. Ever. Mistletoe, people kiss under the mistletoe. Do you know where that comes from, by the way, mistletoe?
No.
It's meant in pagan times, like a long time ago. If somebody was given mistletoe, it was like a mating thing. It was like
Fertility.
yeah, fertility. It's like where the kissing thing comes from.
Athena.
Boxing Day not about sport, is it? No. So Boxing Day. Why it's called Boxing Day is because people in big houses, the big rich people, on the day after Christmas, they had all of this food left over from the day before, and they would put the remaining food in boxes for the servants to take home for their families, and that's why it's called Boxing Day.
Dimitri, when will the official Christmas speech be broadcast? Traditionally
3 o'clock or 3:15 on Christmas Day. So I don't know what time in your country. If you're from the UK, then 3
Oh,
o'clock.
this is a great last question to end on. Ella, are there differences between English, Scottish and Welsh Christmas traditions or not really? Bedouin, any different in Wales?
From my experience, there's not much, to be honest. I mean, we have a different name for Father Christmas, Sean Corden. Maybe...
Oh, in Scotland, they have Hogmanay at New Year.
That's different.
That's
different.
New
That's
Year.
like a 3-day festival thing.
Yeah, and let me
Hogmanay.
just Google that.
Yeah. From my experience in Wales, not really. No, maybe in the past there was. but not so much
Christmas
now.
is pretty similar. New Year is a little bit different in Scotland. They have more of a cool stuff for New Year.
Is King Charles going to give a Christmas speech? Yes.
Well, guys, it's been an absolute pleasure being with you these last couple of days, and there's another video coming tomorrow.
We have some bloopers in
with
that
some
one.
bloopers. But guys, well done for turning up. Some of you have been here for every single live stream, and there's been 6 of them, so that's really, really great.
That's really good.
I hope you've learned some things. I hope it's been useful, and enjoy your day tomorrow or today, whatever you're doing.
If you're not subscribed, subscribe, because we've got some plans for the new year. Some very exciting plans, actually. I'm really excited for next year with the channel. I'm very, very excited.
Merry Christmas, everybody. We love you.
Merry Christmas, John. Merry Christmas, all of you.